Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the mill. We appreciate you tuning in. Matthew and I got a little different project today. These are 8x8 wide oaks. We got 15, 16 of them we saw a while back for a customer. He's building a barn and he needs some notches cut into the top of them. And he don't own a saw. Most people don't own a saw big enough to cut a 5-6 inch cut. So we're putting them up on the mill, and some of them we're going to half notch, some of them we're going to double notch, but we'll go into more details here in a little bit. We appreciate you tuning in. We'll be right back. Thank you. Okay guys, here's our drawing that's provided by the customer. It's got 3 different timbers laid out here, and we're going to do 3 different cuts. This falls on the upper end of custom work, but don't mind doing it. Glad to do it, help the customer out. He just came by a few minutes ago. He's tickled to death to be getting it back. They're just about ready to use it. But it's good to have drawings, especially when you're cutting on this more expensive timber, so they get exactly what they want, and you cut exactly what they want. That's all I do. Square it off. Right here. Mark it off. Not here. Take it off. Okay. Now we go. Take it long. Square. It's not like a loose square. That's it. Okay. I just right here. Okay. Okay guys, we got our cut laid out here on our 8x8. What he needs is a 11-inch saddle here to be able to put an LVL in, and then we're going to roll it, and we're actually going to put one on this side as well. But we're going to make our cross cut here, and then we're going to make our horizontal cuts right into it, and that'll pop this piece off. So we'll make a saw cut now. We'll be ready to move on to the next one. That's the end of this one. We've cut 2 horizontal notches. We left the tail a little long here. When they apply their LVL, they can flush trim it right where they want it. But we did give them a deep enough saddle to be able to position it. It's a little counterintuitive cutting the top before you cut the bottom, but they would have great difficulty on site trying to cut this saddle. So they're willing to take their measurement from here and measure down and cut the end of the pole off one by one as they need it. So it just helps them out. They don't, on site, they won't have to do this work that Matthew and I are doing now. We got a couple more of these, and then we're gonna switch up a little bit, and we'll be back when we do the next style. Okay guys, we got the 4 double cuts done. Now we got 6 of these single cuts we're gonna do. Matthew had a great idea. What we do is we'll bring our wood miser up here and we'll set the blade down right on top of the wood here. Zero the mill back up here, and I got the simple set up with a 3/8 drop. Hit the button, drop 3 inches, and we'll just plow right through to here and stop. Works great. Something any of you guys could do on your own mill. I gotta take a skill saw, make this cut here, and we'll be ready to notch another one. Hang in there. Good. Okay guys, for the last part of this cut, we're going to use our Milwaukee cutoff saw here. The skill saw can cut 2.5 inches deep, but I need to go 3, so we got to make up a little bit of difference here. Okay, that's gonna do it. Now what the customer and contractor is gonna do, they're gonna take this nice square saddle that Matthew and I made, and they'll measure down from this notch to the end of the post. Once they establish their height, say they need 8 foot 3 inches from here, they'll just measure down and they'll square the bottom off, set it on their post base, and this is where their LVL is gonna sit. Go in here like this. They're supposed to be about 11 inches tall. Once they get it mounted, they can take and just top this off where it matches right on it. So what they want it done, I think it'll save them a lot of time, and it gives them a good flat cut here to mount their LVL lumber to. So let's do a few more and we'll come back, trim off the top. That should be a great display.
Yeah.
And now we're going down
3.5.
3.5 up there. Nothing extra though, just that right there. Tell you what, let me go ahead. Okay guys, we're back. We got all the 10-foot single cut, double cuts done. Now we got 4 more to do. These are 12-foot 8x8s. The difference on these is he needs a 3.5 inch saddle cut across here, and we've already cut our cross cut. So easiest way to do these on the mill, bring your blade up here, set it right down on the deck. Go ahead and set your simple set for 3.5 inches, back up, drop it down, and we'll cut back through, and I'll use Matthew to help me, and we're gonna stop right here at the cut, and then we'll chop it out. So hang on, we're gonna finish it. Okay, if you noticed it was a little tough bringing the blade back out of the cut, we used a wedge. Keep some plastic wedges here just to wedge up the end to where I can get the cut out. If you're going to do it this way, just make sure your mill stops spinning, or when you're pulling it out, you'll actually pull your blade right off the guide wheels. Been there, done it. So let's cut this off. A lot more cut on this one right here. Through. Yeah, you're gonna need it. Where's the other big one at? Probably in the middle. You done it on me. I expect you stay in the cut. Okay guys, Matthew finished that cut up. That's a little bit of work for the saw, because the skill saw only cuts down 2.5 inches. We're actually going 3.5, so we had to finish that 1 inch cut. But that takes this big slab off here. Now when they put them in the barn, he's got laminated veneer lumber that's going to go from post to post to post, and his combined thickness was 3.5 inches. So that's what they needed this 3.5 inch saddle for. Now after they get their veneered lumber attached here, they'll come right across the top and saw it off, make it nice and flat, and they can measure from our saddle down to the bottom, cut the bottom of the post off so that their installed height is correct. That's going to do it for probably for today's video. We got a pile of them out there. Matthew will swing out there and take a picture of them, but we appreciate you watching. If you would, like, subscribe, and share. And don't hurt to go back and check, make sure YouTube hadn't unsubscribed you. For some reason, they've been doing that here lately. Had a guy tell me the other day he couldn't find us, he got unsubscribed. I said, well, just go back in, subscribe again. But we appreciate you watching, guys, and we'll see you back at the mill.
Thank you for watching. Here's a video selection and a playlist suggestion. Click here to subscribe for more great content. We'll see you at the mill.